Good morning, good evening, wherever you may be watching. Thank you so much for coming in and checking out this YouTube video. Today, guys, I want to go over the big breaking news that happened yesterday. Corinne Busche has officially left Bioware. If you do not know who this person was, they was the game director of Dragon Age Belgard. And if you are someone like me, who doesn't like the whole woke ideology, the messaging that some of these people are trying to put into the video games. If you're someone like me, this is a massive win, right? We are going to win this fight, right? You know, this is not a sprint, it's a marathon, and little by little, these gaming companies are either going to do two things. They're either going to start listening to the customer base, right? And start making good games, especially from the IPs that has built a good fan base around them, or they're just going to close down, right? And a lot of these woke people, like this person here, they said in this one article that, they're leaving because they're wanting to pursue other projects or whatever. No, that's not the case. This person is leaving because somebody has to be blamed for a game like Dragon Age with their IP not doing well. Somebody has to be blamed for this. And here's the thing is that I think like this game developer, this game director was so big into pushing their own messaging and thinking that there's this modern audience that is going to see this game and they're going to just put their arms around this game and they're just going to hold this game so tight. But it doesn't look like that happened, right? You know, game directors that do really, really well, they don't leave their companies, right? Game directors that fail and they don't make a good profit for their company, they have to get let go, right? Other things have to happen. And this might be a mutual thing, right? Hey, they might have called this person into their boardroom. Hey, the profit's not there. We lost our money on this game. Things should have happened differently. Why did you push some of this messaging in there? This person didn't give good answers to them. We have to go separate ways. It's that simple, right? This is a business. This is not them making their own side game or making their own little YouTube channel and talking about the difficulties of being trans or whatever it may be. They're putting their messaging in an already established IP. This game should have blown up, and BioWare knows that. This game should have made money. They've worked on this game for like 10 years. And then they have these woke, crazy game directors to come in here and ruin their IP and not bring in any new people. That's crazy. So let's take a look around of what people are saying. So it looks like Corinne, my work here is done. Time I headed elsewhere. I mean, that's exactly right. They come in, right? They push their ideology, right? It doesn't work well. They don't make a profit. The consumer base, they reject the messaging, and it's like, oh well, this ship burned down. It's time to go to another one. It's crazy. Look at this. I love the internet. It's so savage. I mean, it is so true though. It's so true. And this one right here, this GIF got me laughing. Check this out.
Who the fuck starts a...
So, I'm non-binary.
Who the fuck starts a conversation like that? I just sat down.
So, I'm non-binary.
Who the fuck starts a conversation like that?
And that's exactly right. These people, these woke liberals, they always want to talk to you about, their ideology or how they think about things. And that's the thing, right? Like, I do not care if you are a full-grown adult. You pay your taxes just like the rest of us. If you wanna become trans, whatever, I don't care. That's not what all this is about. But if you feel like you have to tell me that you're non-binary or trans every single week if you're sitting in the cubicle next to me, right, at work, and you're telling me you want to talk to me about your life story, about you becoming trans and how you became trans or whatever, I don't care. I don't care. That's not something that most people care about. And that's how these people are, right? Like, they couldn't just be like, okay, we're going to add a gay character. Okay, hey, let's make the gay character kind of cool. Like, let's put them in a good core part of the story and get them to do something, right? No. No, what they do is they put this non-binary beast-looking thing in front of this little girl, or this woman, dwarf-looking thing, and she was like, "Oh, I really like you." Call the cops. This person needs to be locked up. That's not how you tell someone that you like them or you're attracted to them, right? Standing over them with your big old body and breathing heavily. That's not the way this works. And if you're doing that, my friend, you're probably gonna have some charges put against you, or at least some restraining orders against you. So, I would watch that. So, anyways, so it looks like this was the confirms that her leaving BioWare, EA, and Dragon Age Veilguard, says that it was her decision so she could continue making the kind of RPGs we enjoy. Well, I suppose that you've heard, yes, I've made the decision to leave BioWare. I want to encourage everyone not to read too much into this. This was my decision so I could continue making the kind of RPGs we enjoy. Thank you for the outpouring of love and support. You mean the world to me. I want to know then what's the next project she's going to work on then. I want to know. I want to see it, right? I want to see the final product. That this RPG realm that this person lives in, right? You had one of the best RPGs IPs to work on, and you failed extremely hard. You did not make a profit for the business that you work for, right? And that's the thing, is that it's not only did they not get profit from this game, but they also divided the player base. So if you're really big into RPGs, right, and you're not liking the messaging on the game, you're just gonna go to another game. It doesn't take much to exit a game and go and click into another one, right? This is our entertainment. We play this. We spend our hard-earned money on these games to enjoy them, not to be preached at. If I want to be preached at, I'll go watch the news. I don't care about getting preached at. I want to sit down after I work my 9 to 5 or whatever it may be, and you're probably the exact same way. You work your 9 to 5. You're not coming home to get preached at. You probably get preached at by your wife or your spouse or whatever. You don't want to come home and get preached at from a game developer that you don't live their life. You don't care. I don't care. I don't. And then there's one part of here. So it looks like Corinne is the ruler of RPGs, conqueror of the haters. The director of Dragon Age brings her personal journey to life in her games with a rich, messy tapestry of love, life, and romance. Get out of here. Get out of here. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. Please. My God. Yeah, and this person, they did their transition or whatever, 2020, 2021. Look, you're over the age of 18. I don't care what you do, right? You're more than welcome to be whatever you want. I'm just tired of messaging getting pushed. These people are not making new IPs. They're not making new games. They're not making a new story. They're not doing anything new. They're using what we grew up on and the things that we fell in love with as a crutch. And that's the problem. Look, if you make the most wokest game possible and you make profit off of it, people are playing it, people love it, right? You go on your friends list on Steam or on Xbox or PlayStation, you see people playing it, awesome. Heck yeah. But don't be using things like Dragon Age to push your messaging. It looks horrible. It is horrible, and it's not going to make you any money. Stop it. Then, as you can see here, this is my biggest issue right now with these woke, crazy, ideologic people. I wish everyone against puberty blockers for trans youth would experience the pain we often endure. Your face peeled back to reshape your skull, breast tissues removed, hundreds of hours of electrolysis trauma. Leave the kids alone. Leave them alone. If you're under the age of 18, you should not be on any of this stuff. You know, you read this, right? You see this one, you know, this concept, right? You see this one perspective, right? But then what about all of the adults, all the parents that actually do believe in this crap? They get their kids stuck on this stuff, right? And then once the kid gets older, they start realizing that it's not for them, right? They don't want this. They don't want to do this no more. But they do it so much to their body that they can't go back. It's reversible. So you cannot do that. You cannot essentially brainwash your kid or tell your kid, oh yeah, right? And they do all these medical procedures for the kid then to get old enough to be like, okay, I can't go back on this. Now again, you're 18, you pay your taxes. Hey, you're doing something to society. You want to go do whatever? I don't care. But leave the children out of it. Nick Merck said said the best. He got banned off Twitch off of it, or kicked off Twitch off of it, right? He is doing great now on YouTube, and I think he's even back on Twitch now, right? Because people agreed with him. We've got to stop this stuff, man. You know, and you know, but I can't really wish this. I'm not a monster. I wish you success to empathy. And see that I wish you access to empathy. See, but that's the thing is that you're weaponizing empathy. You're weaponizing sympathy, right? From someone that used to work in healthcare, right? These people would come in. There would be people that would come in. And start doing all these tears and all this stuff and things, right? And you would, right? You would get empathy. You know, you would show empathy for them, right? You're like, oh my God, this person is hurting, right? Especially if you're brand new in healthcare, right? And you don't understand how people can manipulate you, right? So this person comes in. You know, there's people that would come in and they would tell you all this stuff. And you would feel so bad for them, right? Sometimes, like, I would call the charge nurse and be like, hey, like, this is what's going on with this person, right? This is what they're telling you. And then they get a room, and then their tears dry up. And then they're like, oh, my pain medication just didn't get refilled. Oh, this. And then you realize that, no, these people are just master manipulators, and they do whatever they have to do to get back into their rooms faster so then they can get their pain medication or whatever, and just because they're addicted to it, not because like they're in such pain right then or they think they are. But I'm just saying, when you're in the healthcare system and you see it with your own two eyes, that's what changed me, because I was very nervous when I got into healthcare, especially working in an emergency room. I was really nervous at the beginning, and then I started realizing they're using my empathy against me. So then I had to take a step back. Now I'm pretty stone cold on things, because I got used so much at the very beginning of my career there. I got manipulated, and I don't like that, right? So that's why I don't bend the knee. That's why these people can't manipulate me. That's why you can't use empathy and sympathy against me, because I had empathy and sympathy for people that was going through cardiac arrest and was dying in front of me. That's where my empathy and my sympathy went. It went to the people that really, really needed help. But these people that abuse and use the system and tries to weaponize empathy and sympathy against the normal folk is horrible. You're a narcissistic ass, terrible human being. So that's the way I believe. So I and that this is coming from someone that has a disability, right? And I believe in merit, right? I believe in you give the job to the best person that's applying for that job, right? You don't give the job to someone because they're non-binary or they're trans and you're trying to hit a certain quota for your company. That should never happen. It should never happen. And unfortunately, it has, and it did, I think, way too much in the gaming industry. And now things are going to start shifting. And I know a lot of bigger streamers have been preaching it, but I'm just saying, but seeing things like this shows me that it's working and it's going to work. So anyway, so let's go through a little bit more of this types of video of a little bit more about this here. So there's an article here. Not even 3 months after releasing Dragon Age, the Veilguard game director Corinne is leaving Bioware following an 18-year career with EA. So when you see this, right, you're thinking, oh man, this person probably just had enough working for a corporation, a big whatever. But then you start realizing of how much this game director probably got paid. So let's go over here. The estimated total pay for game directors is $174,819 per year, with an average salary of $117,000. And if this person was there for 18 years, probably in that margin right there. They're probably right around there. So this was not like somebody that was making, 35, well, let's say $50,000 a year, right? Just felt like, oh my God, I have to do so much work. The money's not worth it, whatever. No. This game director, they got pushed out. This was not a, I want to go work on other things. I'm just not feeling this. No. This person got pushed out, and they should have. And in the gaming industry now, they're going to get smarter and smarter with, I really hope so. They have to get smarter with the types of people that they put into management, right? You cannot put a woman in management just because she's a woman. Now, she's got years of experience, right? She knows she's got a good resume, right? She knows how to take care of a fan base. She knows how to take care of an IP. Heck, yes, make her the director for sure. But don't put someone as a director because of sexual orientation. That's horrible. That's crazy. And that's why you're going to spend 10 years on some of these games and the game's not going to make any profit. And it wasn't just because of the woke ideology. The game just wasn't a very good game. Like, let's be honest about it. Like the test, right, to do certain things or whatever, a third grader could do those, right? The bosses was, you increase the difficulty on the bosses, yeah, it just gave them more health and a little bit more damage. They didn't add any more mechanics, right? The bosses didn't even look cool. The game was the only things I remember about the game was the woke ideology of the game. Besides that, I don't remember crap about this game, and I don't think many people do. And I watched a video one time about like the different characters getting killed in the game, and that video got a lot of views because people was more about watching the characters get killed because they didn't like them. I didn't like any really of the characters, and I don't know much about Dragon Age, but I'm just saying these games, a game like this is not gonna it's not gonna get me to go and play it. Now I will go play the old Dragon Ages, but I'm not gonna play this one, and I don't think a lot of you would either, and I don't think a lot of you did. So, and you could like look at the sales, the numbers right now and things. This is a single player game. Eventually, people will get burnt out of it, but I mean. I would think that this game would probably be sitting in the 2000s. I don't know how they are up in the fives. I don't know. I just feel like this game is not good enough for 5,000 active players right now. I would think on Steam, I would be thinking, down here in the twos, something in there. But the fives kind of surprised me, not going to lie. But, I think overall, this game was a total flop. It was just a flop. It didn't make profit for them. It's not going to bring in new fan bases. And people are always going to remember this game as of, you remember when BioWare made that one Dragon Age, what was the game called? Veilguard? Was that it? I can't. That's how people are going to remember that game. This game is dead. It's a done game, right? You're not going to bring in any new players, right? And the people that really probably like Dragon Age, they're all going to be finishing up on it anyway. So, these numbers are going to just go down It's just gonna just go down. Again, I don't understand how they got to the 5K. I don't know if maybe they did a sell, a special, or something like that. I don't know how they did it. But anyways, guys, I really appreciate you all coming out and checking out this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you have not done so far. I really appreciate everybody coming out and checking out my YouTube channel. My first ever video that I dropped on this channel. I got a good bit of views on it. I was very surprised. Yeah, I might have messed up on a little couple things or whatever, but it was my first ever video, so don't go too crazy hard on me. But I'm going to be making a lot more videos just like this one. So, yeah, if you haven't already, drop me a subscribe, smash that like button, and share it. Share it to some of your friends. If you and your friends are against the entire DEI, crazy stuff that's going on right now, share it to them. Check them all out. Let them know, right? I'm just like you, right? I hate the DEI woke ideology that they're pushing into games, comics, movies, and stuff like that myself. And I'll promise you this, I will never bend the knee. I will never bend the knee to these people, right? These people are crazy loonies, and I just do not, I will never, ever follow these people. I will make sure that I will always stand my ground, especially to for the people that are not into this kind of stuff and they want it to be pushed out of the games. So anyways, thank you all so much, and I will see you all in my next video. Peace.